So I don't want today to go by without sharing the significance of this day. Today is 2-year anniversary of my dad's passing, and it's just I woke up today with dread and sadness, and the whole state of the world is going on right now, so there's that. But I knew that I was beyond that. I knew that it was in the back of my mind or my heart or whatever, that today was today. And I just want to tell you about my dad. My dad was this 5'5" little, what would he have called it? A brick shit house. He was super wide shoulders. When I was a little girl, I remember thinking that there was no dad that was as strong as my dad. My dad drove giant trucks, and he had been in the army, and it seemed to me like he could pick up anything and lift anything, and he was just the strongest man on the planet. And he could do anything. He could fix a truck, he could fix a motorcycle, he could fix a bike, he could build anything. He could fix anything. He could do plumbing, he could do electricity, he could do carpentry. It wasn't anything he couldn't do. And I learned so much from being his daughter. And there was a bit of him that was like, it was a little bit of a machismo, girls don't do this and girls don't do that. And yet I was stubborn enough, because I was his daughter, to be like, well, I'm gonna do that. And so for the greater part of my childhood, I was at his shoulder, at his elbow, passing him wrenches and pliers and screwdrivers, and watching what he was doing and learning from him. And because of that, I'm a very independent woman. And I don't think that was at all his intention. He wasn't trying to raise an independent woman. He was, I was still his little girl. But in teaching me and having the patience, and he wasn't a patient man, but in having the patience to just let me be near him and help him build a shed or fix the truck or build rooms in the basement or fix the plumbing or fix the electricity. I learned so much. And he was a good man. And he had a temper sometimes, and he was one of a kind, but at the heart of him was a pure good heart and soul. And he was the kind of guy, he was the deacon at his church, and he was a volunteer to help people that were in need. And he loved his cats, and he was just a cool guy. And they don't make him like that anymore, because he believed in chivalry and opening doors and ladies first, and all those old-fashioned things that I always took issue with. But at the same time, I'm so grateful to have had a dad like that. And he loved. He had the biggest heart. And when you were loved by him, you were loved. You were just so purely loved. And he wasn't afraid to tell you that he loved you. He wasn't afraid to shed a tear. He wasn't afraid to be an emotional man. There was nothing about him that, there was no shame in his game. And I wish there were more. I wish there were more. I wish there were more men like that in this world, because it would be a better world. And I miss you, Daddy. I miss you so much. And I'm grateful. I'm grateful that I was your daughter, and I'm grateful for everything that you taught me, and all the love, and for letting me know how much I was loved. And you're a really hard act to follow, because that just doesn't come along very often. I love you, Dad, and I hope you're at peace.